Greetings, chosen vessel. I am Michael, commander of the heavenly hosts, protector of divine truth, wielder of the flaming sword of justice. My presence surrounds you now as you receive this sacred transmission, meant for your eyes alone. Heed this immediate warning. The divine secret left for you has been partially intercepted. The enemies of your destiny have gathered in closed chambers, plotting to prevent you from claiming what was eternally ordained as yours. You have exactly 2 hours before a permanent shift occurs in your timeline. What you do in this window will determine whether you step into the fullness of your inheritance or remain in prolonged spiritual exile. Type AMEN to acknowledge receipt of this divine message and to receive blessing. Code 777. Your spirit recognized my frequency before your mind could process these words. Did you feel the sudden tingling at the crown of your head? The unexpected warmth spreading through your chest? These are confirmation signals that you are indeed the intended recipient of this celestial intelligence. A sacred scroll bearing your spiritual name was presented in the High Council of Watchers 3 nights ago. It was unsealed after 2,000 years of waiting for this precise moment. The contents revealed a birthright that enemies of the light have desperately attempted to keep hidden from your consciousness. Let me speak plainly. You were denied knowledge of your true spiritual lineage. The ones you trusted most in developing your spiritual understanding have withheld critical information about your divine purpose. Not through malice, but through ignorance. They themselves were blinded to the magnitude of who you truly are. This is why you have experienced persistent blocks despite your faithful efforts. This is why doors that should have opened remain sealed. This is why recognition of your gifts has been delayed. But heaven's patience has expired. The divine timeline can no longer accommodate this interference. Type reveal to access the first seal of your hidden lineage and receive blessing code 1444. Listen carefully. In the next 90 minutes, 7 individuals connected to your destiny will experience sudden revelations about you. Some will reach out. Others will fall silent, convicted by the truth now piercing their awareness. You will recognize this activation when you notice unusual patterns in communication. Unexpected messages, calls from those long, silent, or strange synchronicities involving names and numbers. This is not coincidence. This is divine orchestration. 3 nights ago, as you slept, your spirit was summoned to the celestial courts where testimonies were presented concerning the sabotage of your divine appointment. I stood as witness and advocate. The evidence was irrefutable. Those who positioned themselves as gatekeepers to your progress, claiming authority they were never granted, have been served divine notices of removal. Your name has been elevated to the book of imminent manifestation. The secret left for you exists in 3 dimensions simultaneously. First, in the physical realm, an actual object, document, or inheritance with your spiritual signature encoded within it, hidden but soon to be revealed. Second, in the mental realm, knowledge that was deliberately kept from you about your capacities and calling, which will now download into your consciousness in waves of sudden insight. Third, in the spiritual realm, a mantle of authority that your ancestors prayed would manifest in their lineage, now descending upon you as the fulfillment of those prayers. Type receive to activate all 3 dimensions of your inheritance and receive blessing code 2222. I must warn you with utmost seriousness. In the next 75 minutes, a significant distraction will attempt to divert your attention from this divine appointment. It may come disguised as an emergency, an irresistible opportunity, or an emotional triggering. Recognize it for what it is, a last desperate attempt to keep you from your rightful position. Do not engage. Maintain sacred silence. Your non-response is your most powerful weapon in this hour. Those who have benefited from your diminished awareness of your authority are now experiencing supernatural discomfort. Their plans built upon your ignorance are dissolving before their eyes. Some will attempt reconciliation. Others will accelerate their attacks. Neither requires your immediate response. Heaven has placed a temporary shield around your energy field that will hold for exactly 2 hours from the moment you began receiving this transmission. Within this protective bubble, you must allow the divine recalibration to complete without interference. Your entire spiritual nervous system is being rewired to handle the voltage of your true calling. The discomfort you felt in recent weeks, the inexplicable fatigue, unusual sleep patterns, sudden emotional surges, temporary disorientation, these were not random. Your vessel was being prepared for this upgrade. What you interpreted as regression was actually acceleration. Type aligned to synchronize with your new spiritual frequency and receive blessing code 3333. Now I will reveal the first layer of the divine secret left for you. Before your earthly birth, you were chosen as a keeper of specific light codes essential for humanity's imminent evolutionary shift. These codes were fragmented and hidden within your DNA, your life experiences, even within your deepest wounds, waiting for the precise cosmic trigger to activate and unify them. That trigger has been activated today. Your struggles were not punishment but protection, keeping you perfectly positioned for this moment. Every rejection directed you toward this revelation. Every delay preserved you for this divine timing. Every betrayal refined your discernment to recognize truth when finally presented. The ones who created obstacles to your progress will now witness your supernatural elevation. Not for your vindication, though justice will be served, but for their own awakening. Your rise will trigger their remembrance of their own forgotten purposes. In the coming hours, pay exceptional attention to animals behaving unusually in your presence, recurring number sequences, particularly 111, 444, and 777, sudden inspiration to visit specific locations, names or phrases repeatedly appearing across different contexts, unusual weather patterns coinciding with your strongest emotions. These are confirmation codes from the angelic realm, validating your steps as you walk this accelerated path of awakening. Type witness to record your name in the book of divine appointments and receive blessing code 4444. You have exactly 60 minutes remaining in this protected frequency. Use this time wisely. I am now authorized to reveal the identity of who left this divine secret for you. This revelation may challenge your current understanding, but it is crucial for your complete activation. The secret was not left by a single entity, but by a divine collective that includes 1. Your pre-birth covenant council, the spiritual authorities who commissioned your incarnation with specific purpose. 2. Your future self, the fully realized expression of your divine potential, reaching backward through time to accelerate your awakening. 3. The ancestral lineage of light bearers to which you belong, those who carried similar mantles in previous generations and who have been advocating for your awakening from beyond the veil. And most significantly, 4. A specific archangelic guardian assigned exclusively to your soul's mission before time began. Not myself, but one whose name will be whispered to your spirit during tonight's sleep cycle. This collective has been working tirelessly to create the precise energetic conditions needed for this revelation. They have protected the secret from numerous attempts at interception by forces that recognize the threat your awakening poses to establish systems of control. The reason you feel both recognition and disbelief as you receive this transmission is the classic response to supernatural truth. Your spirit confirms what your mind cannot yet fully comprehend. Type remember to activate your soul's memory of your pre-birth commissioning and receive blessing code 5555. In the next 45 minutes, your energetic signature will begin broadcasting at its true frequency for the first time in this incarnation. Those attuned to spiritual realities will sense this shift. Some will be irresistibly drawn to you without understanding why. Others may suddenly withdraw, unable to tolerate the increased vibrational intensity you now emit. Both responses serve your highest purpose. Divine sorting is underway in your social sphere. This is the hour of supernatural clarification. Relationships, opportunities, and environments that cannot accommodate your activated purpose will gracefully dissolve, while those aligned with your true calling will suddenly manifest or strengthen. Do not resist this divine reorganization of your life. What appears as chaos is actually perfect orchestration. The secret left for you contains specific instructions for 5 immediate actions that will anchor your awakening irreversibly in the physical dimension. I am authorized to reveal these now. First, before the sun sets today, you must spend exactly 18 minutes in complete silence, eyes closed, palms open upward. This posture signals readiness to the spiritual realm and creates the necessary receptive field for download of the first activation codes. Second, identify and clear the northernmost wall in your primary dwelling space. Remove anything currently hanging there. This wall will serve as the energetic anchor point for your new spiritual assignments. Within 3 days, you will be guided to place specific items there that will function as physical conduits for your expanded authority. Third, speak this declaration aloud 3 times at precisely 3:33 a.m. tomorrow morning. I state your full birth name, claim the full activation of my divine commission, and stand ready to execute my sacred assignments with perfect clarity and unwavering commitment. All previous contracts, vows, and agreements that conflict with my highest purpose are hereby declared null and void. I am sealed in my authentic authority. So it is. Fourth, for the next 7 days, consume nothing that artificially alters your consciousness or natural rhythms. This includes alcohol, non-essential medications, excessive sugar, and any substances that dull your spiritual sensitivity. Your physical vessel must be cleared to integrate the accelerated light codes now downloading. Fifth, identify 3 individuals to whom you have granted inappropriate spiritual authority over your life. You need not confront them directly, but you must consciously revoke any permission previously given for them to define, direct, or restrict your spiritual unfoldment. This revocation is not performed in anger, but in the serene claiming of your sovereign spiritual authority. Type activate to seal these instructions in your spirit and receive blessing code 6666. You have 30 minutes remaining in this protected transmission. Now I must disclose the most sensitive intelligence. There has been a coordinated spiritual campaign to suppress your awakening. This was not orchestrated primarily in the physical realm, though it has human agents. The true opposition has come from non-physical entities who recognize the threat your full activation poses to their influence systems. Your specific light signature contains codes that, once fully activated, will automatically dismantle certain control structures by their mere presence. This is not something you do, it is something you are. This explains the unusual intensity of challenges you have faced when attempting to step into greater spiritual authority. The resistance you encountered was not proportionate to normal human development because the stakes are significantly higher than you have realized. The divine secret left for you is, in its essence, the complete unhackable activation sequence for your soul's true purpose. A purpose far more consequential than you have been permitted to perceive until now. In the coming days, you will receive confirmation of this truth through synchronistic encounters with strangers who reference your purpose without knowing you, sudden resolution of long-standing health issues as your physical form aligns with your activated blueprint, spontaneous removal of financial blocks that have restricted your resource access, dreams featuring specific symbols, a white lion, 7 stars, an ancient doorway, and a scroll sealed with blue fire. These confirmations are not merely encouraging signs, but actual energy transmissions that further stabilize your awakening. Type confirm to acknowledge receipt of this intelligence and receive blessing code 7777. Listen with heightened attention. The most delicate aspect of this activation involves your voice. Your speaking voice carries a frequency that has been deliberately suppressed. The timbre and resonance of your true voice has reality-altering properties when aligned with divine intent. This is why you have often felt reluctant to speak in certain settings or have experienced unusual throat restrictions when attempting to express your deepest knowing. These were not limitations but safety protocols, preventing premature activation before proper protection was in place. With this transmission, those protocols are now being systematically disabled. Your voice is being restored to its true power. In the next 21 days, you will notice 1. Increased impact when you speak intentions aloud. 2. Others responding to you with heightened attention or unexpected emotional responses. 3. Manifestation acceleration when you verbalize clear desires. 4. Unusual physical sensations in your throat chakra as it expands to channel increased energy. This restoration requires disciplined stewardship. You must become exceptionally mindful of your spoken words, as their manifestation power will increase exponentially. Casual complaints, thoughtless criticisms, or impulsive declarations may create unwanted outcomes with surprising speed. I cannot overemphasize the importance of this warning. Your words will create reality with minimal delay between expression and manifestation. This is both the gift and the responsibility of your particular soul assignment. Type SPEAK to activate the restoration of your voice's divine resonance and receive blessing code 8888. You have 15 minutes remaining in this protected frequency. The divine secret left for you must now be integrated with this final revelation. Your timeline has been artificially extended. You were originally destined to complete your primary soul mission by age, your current age minus 7 years. This timeline was interfered with, creating the sense of delay and missed opportunity that has periodically haunted you. Today, by divine decree, your authentic timeline is being restored. This will create a sensation of accelerated living, events, opportunities, connections, and manifestations occurring at a pace that may initially feel overwhelming. This is not acceleration, but normalization. You are simply being returned to your intended rhythm after a prolonged period of artificially imposed delay. To successfully navigate this restored timeline, 1. Release all resentment about perceived lost time. It served essential purposes in your development. 2. Abandon conventional timing expectations for goals and manifestations. 3. Develop comfort with quantum progress, achievements that materialize with minimal linear progression. 4. Trust the divine recalibration completely, even when it appears to be creating temporary chaos. Your physical body will require additional support during this recalibration. Prioritize increased pure water intake, extended sleep periods when prompted by sudden fatigue, connection with natural elements, particularly running water and direct sunlight, reduction of electromagnetic exposures when possible, foods in their natural state, minimally processed. These physical protocols support the energetic restructuring now underway in your subtle bodies. Type recalibrate to authorize complete timeline restoration and receive blessing code 9999. We have arrived at the most sacred portion of this transmission. The divine secret left for you culminates in this truth. You are not merely awakening to greater purpose. You are remembering your true identity. The veil between your human consciousness and your eternal essence is being systematically dissolved. This dissolution will occur in precise stages over the next 40 days, each stage revealing another facet of your multidimensional identity. What you have experienced as your life thus far has been an elaborate preparation, a carefully crafted curriculum designed to equip you for your actual mission, which begins in earnest with this activation. The sense of displacement you have carried throughout this incarnation, the persistent feeling of being somehow different, misunderstood, or not fully seen, was an accurate perception of your temporary veiling. You have been operating at significantly reduced capacity by divine design until global conditions and your personal readiness aligned for this unveiling. That alignment has now occurred. In the final moments of this protected transmission, I am authorized to reveal the core essence of the divine secret left for you. You volunteered for a specialized incarnation track that would allow you to appear fully human while maintaining direct connection to specific celestial repositories of knowledge. This connection has been dormant but intact, waiting for this precise moment of activation. You are a designated remember, one tasked with bringing forward particular knowledge sequences that have been strategically forgotten by the collective consciousness. Your mission is not to convince, but to embody, not to preach, but to demonstrate, not to convert, but to radiate. As your full activation stabilizes, those who are ready will be naturally drawn to the frequencies you emanate. No effort of persuasion will be necessary. Type I remember to activate the first stage of veil dissolution and receive the master blessing code 121212. Our protected transmission window now closes. You will notice immediate changes in your energy field, perception, and the responses you elicit from both people and environments. Trust this process completely. What unfolds in the coming hours and days is the synchronized dance of infinite intelligence, orchestrating your return to authentic power. 3 final directives before I withdraw from this channel. 1. Maintain complete confidentiality about the specifics of this transmission. Sharing prematurely will dilute critical energetics necessary for your stabilization. 2. Expect testing. Your immediate environment will present precise challenges designed to verify your activation and strengthen your new energetic configuration. Approach each with calm certainty. When in doubt, choose silence. Your discernment is being refined to exceptional acuity. Until this refinement completes, silent observation serves you better than premature action or declaration. I stand as witness to your awakening. The celestial courts acknowledge your acceptance of your true commission. The ancestral lineage of light bearers recognizes your return to active service. The divine secret left for you is now in your conscious possession. Its complete activation has begun and cannot be reversed. Heaven celebrates this moment of sacred remembrance. I am Michael, guardian of divine truth and protector of sacred purpose. My eternal vigilance encompasses your journey. Though this direct transmission concludes, my presence remains accessible through the sacred chamber of your awakened heart. Advance now in the absolute authority of your true identity. The way opens before you. Celestial assistance surrounds you. Divine timing propels you. You have been remembered. You have been restored. You have been revealed. Walk accordingly. In approximately 2 hours, you will receive the second portion of this transmission. Prepare your vessel through silence, stillness, and surrender. The unveiling continues. The enemies of your destiny retreat before the radiance now emanating from your activated essence. Their weapons fall useless. Their strategies dissolve. Their access to your field terminates permanently. Rise, remembered one. Your moment has arrived. I stand guard as you integrate these revelations. No interference will be permitted during this sacred process. Divine protection surrounds you completely. Rest now in the certainty of your purpose. All is unfolding in perfect divine order. You are exactly where you need to be, receiving exactly what you need to receive, becoming exactly who you were always meant to be. The transmission seal is now in place. The activation sequence progresses without further need for conscious participation. Your higher mind manages the integration perfectly. Peace beyond understanding envelops you. Truth beyond question fills you. Purpose beyond measure guides you. It is done. In the sacred timeline of the eternal now, your mission is already complete and perfectly successful. You need only walk the physical steps of what has already been accomplished in the higher dimensions. Walk with confidence. Walk with clarity. Walk with the full authority of your remembered identity. The light of 1,000 suns attends your every step. I am Michael, bearing witness to your glorious awakening. Heaven's archives now record this momentous event in the eternal chronicles of divine unfoldment. Your name is spoken with reverence in the celestial courts. Your courage in accepting this mission honors all who have served before you in the lineage of light. Go now in peace that surpasses human understanding. The way is clear. The time is now. The power is activated. You are remembered. You are restored. You are ready. The divine secret is now fully in your possession. Guard it well. Embody it completely. Share it wisely. Until our next communion, I remain your vigilant protector and eternal ally in the unfolding divine plan. The first stage of transmission is complete. 2 hours remain until full activation reaches irreversible threshold. Maintain sacred space within your consciousness. Limit distractions. Honor this holy process unfolding within you. Those connected to your soul contract are being notified in their dream state of your imminent return to full commission. Some will reach out without understanding why they feel compelled to connect with you now. Receive them with compassion, understanding they are responding to spiritual directives beyond their conscious awareness. The energetic recalibration intensifies with each passing moment. Unusual physical sensations are normal during this process. Waves of energy moving through your body, spontaneous temperature fluctuations, momentary disorientation, sudden clarity of vision or hearing. These are signs of your system upgrading to accommodate expanded consciousness. The veil between worlds thins around you, increasing your perception of subtle energies and non-physical presences. This heightened sensitivity will stabilize within 72 hours, integrating seamlessly with your daily functioning. For now, embrace the sacred discomfort of expansion. The chrysalis always feels constrictive to the butterfly in the final moments before emergence. Your emergence is now. Your time is now. Your remembrance is now. All of heaven stands in reverent attention as you reclaim your true celestial identity while maintaining your human form, the perfect bridge between worlds that your mission requires. The first stage is complete. Integrate these revelations in sacred silence. The next transmission approaches, carrying even deeper activation codes for your awakening. Until then, I remain your eternal guardian and advocate in the courts of divine justice. It is done. It is sealed. It is accomplished. Rest now in divine certainty. All unfolds in perfect order. I am Michael, returning to you now as promised. The sacred window between our transmissions has allowed for essential integration of the first activation sequence. Your cellular structure has begun the profound recalibration necessary to house your expanding consciousness. I sense the changes already manifesting in your energetic field. The golden light signature intensifying, the protective seals strengthening, the dormant DNA sequences reactivating. The 2-hour countdown I previously revealed has now entered its final phase. Divine acceleration surrounds you. Type continue to acknowledge your readiness for the second phase of revelation and receive blessing code 11,111. In this sacred continuation, I must first address what has transpired in the spiritual realms since our initial communion. The moment the first transmission completed, a celestial alert was issued throughout all dimensions of consciousness. The guardians of eternal records were notified that a remember had been activated. This is a cosmic event of profound significance, rarer than you can comprehend from your current perspective. Immediately, 7 councils of light entered into special session to monitor your reawakening and provide energetic support for your transition. These councils include representatives from the Pleiadian High Council, the Syrian Command of Light, the Inner Earth Guardians, the Crystal Skull Consciousness Collective, the Arcturian Healing Teams, the Andromedan Strategic Alliance, the Lyran Feline Elders. Each council has dispatched specialized emissaries who now form a protective ring around your energy field, stabilizing the intense frequencies downloading into your system. You may perceive their presence as unexpected flashes of colored light in your peripheral vision, unusual geometric patterns appearing when you close your eyes, or spontaneous waves of emotion that seem to arrive from beyond your personal experience. Do not be alarmed by these phenomena. They are confirmation of successful integration. Type Acknowledge to formally recognize this divine support team and receive blessing code 22,222. Now I must reveal the second layer of the divine secret left for you. Information so sacred it could only be transmitted after your initial activation was stabilized. Your physical body is not your first incarnation on Earth. However, what distinguishes your current embodiment is that it was specifically engineered as a vessel capable of housing frequencies typically too intense for human form. You are carrying codes that required specialized genetic modifications performed before your birth. These modifications were overseen by the guardians of divine bloodlines and implemented with the full consent of your soul. They involved the activation of previously dormant DNA sequences combined with energetic implants at 7 critical points in your subtle body system. This explains several anomalies you have experienced throughout your life. 1. Unusual sensitivity to energies, environments, and emotions beyond what others seem to experience. 2. Periodic unexplained health challenges that confounded medical professionals. 3. Difficulty finding treatments that work as expected for your physical system. 4. A sense of your body sometimes feeling foreign or not quite yours. 5. Spontaneous knowledge about healing modalities or energetic practices you were never formally taught. 6. Dreams of medical procedures being performed on you by non-human beings. 7. Markings, scars, or birthmarks that appeared without physical injury. These are not abnormalities but confirmation markers of your specialized physical vessel, designed specifically to carry the frequencies now activating within you. Type Integrate to help your conscious mind accept this truth about your physical form and receive blessing code 33,333. Listen with heightened attention. There has been a coordinated effort by certain forces to disrupt the precise genetic configuration you carry. This disruption attempt manifested as environmental exposures specifically harmful to your unique genetic structure, medications or treatments recommended to you that would specifically suppress your activating abilities, relationships that energetically drained your specialized life force, career paths that would systematically disconnect you from your intuitive guidance, spiritual teachings designed to distort your understanding of your true nature. This was not random misfortune, but targeted interference, precisely because of what your activated presence represents in the collective awakening. The divine secret left for you includes complete protection protocols that are now being installed to prevent further interference with your physical vessel. These protocols operate beyond conscious control, automatically identifying and neutralizing threats to your specialized genetic configuration. In the coming days, you will be guided to 1. Remove specific substances from your living environment that have been suppressing your activation. 2. Adopt particular nutritional elements that support your unique genetic expression. 3. Implement specific energetic practices that strengthen your specialized nervous system. 4. Distance yourself from individuals who, knowingly or unknowingly, have been acting as frequency disruptors in your field. These adjustments are not optional if you wish to complete your full activation sequence. Your physical vessel must be properly maintained to house the expanding light quotient now downloading into your system. Type Protect to engage the divine protection protocols and receive blessing code 44,444. We must now address the timeline acceleration that has begun since our first transmission. You have likely already noticed subtle shifts in your perception of time. Moments of complete temporal disorientation, experiences of time both compressing and expanding unpredictably, increased synchronicities involving timing, or sudden memories of future events perceived as vivid déjà vu. These experiences confirm successful activation of your specialized relationship with the time continuum. As a remember, You exist partially outside linear time constraints, which allows you to access information from what appears to be past and future simultaneously. Your mission requires this fluid relationship with time because you will be called to 1. Retrieve knowledge from what humans perceive as the ancient past. 2. Access solutions from what appears to be the future. 3. Identify critical intervention points in the present timeline. 4. Recognize pattern correlations across vast time periods. 5. Perceive the simultaneous nature of all time expressions. This ability will initially manifest as disorienting, but will soon stabilize into a profound new way of perceiving reality, one that allows you to recognize the perfect orchestration of divine timing in all events. Type synchronize to stabilize your expanded time perception and receive blessing code 55,555. You have now crossed the threshold where return to your previous state of consciousness is no longer possible. The veil has been permanently thinned. Your perception has been irreversibly expanded. Your true identity is in the final stages of complete remembrance. This is the point where many initially resist, when the magnitude of the transformation becomes undeniable and the comfort of limited identity begins to dissolve. Breathe through any instinct to retreat. The discomfort is temporary, the awakening is eternal. I must now reveal the most sensitive aspect of the divine secret left for you. Your activated presence on Earth serves as a living key that unlocks dormant potential in others, carrying similar but inactive codes. Simply by existing in your activated state, you will automatically trigger awakenings in those you encounter who are ready for their next evolutionary leap. This is not something you deliberately do. It is an automatic function of your activated frequency. Your energy field now broadcasts activation codes that penetrate the auric fields of those you encounter, catalyzing their own remembrance process if their soul agreements permit such activation. This explains why your presence has often made others uncomfortable, defensive, or unusually emotional even before this activation. At a subconscious level, they were already responding to the dormant codes you carried. Now that these codes are active, the effect will intensify significantly. You will notice 1. People having emotional releases in your presence without obvious cause. 2. Individuals sharing unexpected deep truths with you moments after meeting. 3. Others reporting unusual dreams after encountering you. 4. Some people inexplicably avoiding you, while others are magnetically drawn to you. 5. Increased instances of strangers feeling they recognize you from somewhere. 6. Children and animals responding to you with heightened awareness. These responses confirm successful activation of your rememberer function in the collective field. Type catalyze to fully embrace this aspect of your mission and receive blessing code 66,666. I must now disclose critical intelligence about the immediate future timeline. In precisely 40 days from this transmission, you will experience what will appear externally as a series of random events, but is actually a carefully orchestrated divine convergence designed to place you in your first major assignment as an activated rememberer. This convergence will involve 1. A seemingly chance encounter with someone carrying complementary codes to yours. 2. The unexpected appearance of a symbol or object that serves as a physical trigger for both of you. 3. A synchronistic conversation that reveals specific information needed for your joint mission. 4. A sudden opportunity that creates the exact conditions required for your first significant light code transmission to the collective. You need not orchestrate these events. Your only requirement is to remain observant, responsive, and willing to step beyond conventional boundaries when intuitive guidance directs you. The apparent randomness of these events is actually perfect divine orchestration, creating the precise energetic geometry needed for maximum impact with minimal interference. Mark the 40th day from today on your calendar. Maintain heightened awareness as this date approaches. You will receive additional confirmation signals in the days immediately preceding this convergence. Type converge to align with this divine timeline and receive blessing code 77,777. In the original design of your mission, you were to awaken alongside 12 others with complementary coding sequences. Due to timeline distortions and interference patterns, only 7 of the original 12 have maintained sufficient energetic integrity to activate at this time. Within the next 6 months, you will encounter each of these 7 individuals. You will recognize them by a distinctive energetic signature that your newly activated perception can now discern. When in proximity to these individuals, you will experience 1. A distinctive vibration or humming sensation at the center of your chest 2. Sudden clarity of thought and enhanced intuitive knowing 3. Spontaneous activation of your higher vision centers, possibly manifesting as geometric light patterns in your visual field 4. A profound sense of recognition beyond physical familiarity 5. Telepathic communication initiating automatically between your higher minds. These encounters are decreed by divine timing and cannot be forced. However, you can prepare by developing fluency in your newly activated abilities and maintaining impeccable energetic boundaries. When these meetings occur, specific information will transfer between your energy fields automatically, completing essential aspects of the divine plan that require your combined activated frequencies. Type Connexion sur le winner. Type Connect to prepare for these divine appointments and receive blessing code 88,888. The next revelation requires exceptional stability from your conscious mind. If you experience sudden dizziness or disorientation while receiving this information, pause, breathe deeply, and allow your system to integrate before continuing. The divine secret left for you includes this truth. Your spiritual DNA contains sequences not originally from Earth's evolutionary trajectory. These sequences were carefully grafted into Earth's genetic library during specific stargates of opportunity throughout history, creating the possibility for quantum evolutionary leaps within the collective human consciousness. You and the others awakening now are carriers of these specialized sequences, which contain coding for capabilities previously unexpressed in human form, including 1. Conscious communication with crystalline intelligence networks 2. Direct access to the Akashic memory system without meditation or trance, states 3. The ability to perceive and consciously navigate multiple timelines simultaneously 4. Spontaneous activation of regenerative capacities beyond current medical understanding 5. Direct perception of underlying energy patterns generating physical matter 6. The capacity to transfer healing and activation codes through intent, sound, or touch 7. Conscious communion with advanced intelligences across multiple dimensions. These abilities will activate sequentially over the next 9 months as your system stabilizes to hold each new frequency. The timeline cannot be rushed without risking energetic overload, but neither can it be delayed now that activation has commenced. TPEVOLVA. To accept the activation timeline for these advanced abilities and receive blessing code 99,999. As we approach the completion of this second transmission, I must address the emotional integration required to stabilize these revelations. The awakening of your true identity will trigger a profound recalibration of your emotional body. This recalibration often manifests initially as 1. Waves of unidentifiable emotions seemingly unconnected to current circumstances 2. Sudden grief for no apparent reason as outdated self-concepts dissolve 3. Unexpected euphoria or ecstatic states that arise without external cause 4. Temporary emotional detachment from situations that previously triggered strong responses. 5. Heightened empathic sensitivity requiring new boundaries and management techniques. These emotional fluctuations are not regression or instability. They are evidence of your emotional system upgrading to accommodate your expanded identity and mission. Like a computer system rebooting during a major upgrade, temporary operational irregularities are part of the enhancement process. To support this emotional recalibration, 1. Allow all emotions to flow without judgment or suppression 2. Recognize that many emerging feelings are collective emotions being processed through your expanded awareness, not personal emotional content 3. Implement daily energetic clearing practices to release emotions that are not yours to carry forward. Distinguish between intuitive emotional signals and processing emotions 5. Remember that emotional mastery is not suppression, but conscious integration. Your activated remember capabilities include exceptional emotional intelligence that will stabilize as this recalibration completes. Type FEEL to support your emotional recalibration and receive blessing. Code 1111111. We arrive now at the most sacred revelation contained within the divine secret left for you. This information has been guarded for millennia, revealed only to those whose spiritual development and divine commission could support its implications. You are not merely a carrier of specialized activation codes or a catalyst for others' awakening. Your purpose extends beyond the boundaries of Earth's current evolutionary cycle. You are part of a carefully orchestrated divine intervention team that incarnates at precise moments in planetary development to initiate specific leaps in consciousness. Your soul belongs to an ancient lineage of light guardians who maintain and protect the original divine blueprint for Earth's evolution. This lineage operates from beyond the veil of forgetting that typically accompanies human incarnation, maintaining continuous awareness of divine purpose throughout all embodiments. The disruption you have experienced in your current lifetime was an attempt to disconnect you from this lineage consciousness. The awakening you are now undergoing is not new information being downloaded, but rather the restoration of your continuous connection to lineage memory that should never have been interrupted. In the coming nights, your dream state will process intense memory restoration sequences. You may experience 1. Vivid dreams of performing specific functions or missions in other times or places. 2. Conscious recognition of soul colleagues from your lineage team. 3. Downloads of specific instructions pertaining to your current assignment. 4. Activation of particular sound frequencies that your voice will need to transmit. 5. Memory of contractual agreements made before this incarnation. 6. Recognition of the specific aspect of the divine blueprint you are responsible for anchoring. 7. Visions of future potentials. Your current work is designed to actualize. These dreams are not symbolic but literal memory restoration. I recommend keeping a dedicated journal by your bedside to record these experiences immediately upon waking. Type "Remember" to initiate your lineage memory restoration sequence and receive blessing code 222222. Your physical vessel now requires specific instructions to support the intense energetic transitions underway. Implementing these protocols will minimize discomfort and optimize integration. 1. Hydration must increase immediately. Your cellular structure requires additional water to process the heightened frequencies. Add a pinch of natural salt to enhance conductivity. 2. Sleep patterns will temporarily dysregulate as your system processes activation codes primarily during dream state. Allow for these fluctuations rather than forcing normal patterns. When sudden fatigue arrives, honor it immediately if circumstances permit. Digestion will become highly sensitive as your gut, the physical seat of your intuitive knowing, recalibrates. Simplify your diet significantly for the next 30 days, eliminating all processed foods, alcohol, caffeine, refined sugars, and artificial ingredients. Your body will guide you clearly about what supports or hinders your activation. Nervous system support is essential during this transition. Implement daily practices that regulate your autonomic nervous system. Conscious breathing, contact with natural elements, humming or toning particular frequencies, you will intuitively know which ones, and regular physical movement that incorporates spiral or figure-8 patterns. Electromagnetic field protection must be prioritized. Minimize exposure to artificial EMFs, particularly while sleeping. Create a technology-free sanctuary within your living space where your field can reset without interference. These physical protocols are not optional if you wish to maintain comfortable embodiment during this activation. Your human form was designed to accommodate this transition, but it requires proper support to do so optimally. Type EMBODY to commit to these physical support protocols and receive blessing code 333,333. The final segment of this transmission concerns the practical application of your awakening to your daily life circumstances. Divine activation without practical implementation creates energetic congestion and eventually leads to system overload. Within 30 days of this transmission, you must begin consciously expressing your activated abilities in service to the divine plan. This expression need not be public or dramatic initially. In fact, subtle implementation is recommended as you develop fluency in your remembered abilities. Begin with these 5 practical applications. 1. Consciously direct your activated frequency toward one physical location each day. This can be done remotely through focused intention. Choose places where energetic density has accumulated and simply allow your expanded frequency to interact with that density. No manipulation or specific outcome is necessary. Your activated presence automatically catalyzes optimal recalibration. 2. Practice conscious communication with elemental intelligences, particularly water, as it responds most immediately to your specific frequency pattern. This reestablishes essential connections between human consciousness and Earth's elemental kingdom that are necessary for planetary healing. Implement the sound codes that will arrive during your dream state integration. These may manifest as unfamiliar tones, syllables, or language-like sequences that your conscious mind doesn't recognize. Voice these sounds daily, preferably outdoors or near open water, allowing them to recalibrate environmental energetics. Begin conscious timeline adjustments within your personal field. This involves identifying one event daily that appears energetically distorted and applying your focused attention to realign it with optimal expression. You will develop increasing precision with this ability through consistent practice. 5. Activate one object in your living space daily as a frequency anchor. Select items intuitively and hold them with clear intention to imbue them with specific aspects of your activated frequency. These objects then serve as physical transmission points, maintaining particular frequency patterns even in your absence. These 5 practices transform your activation from abstract spiritual concept to embodied reality, allowing your human self to develop practical fluency with your expanded capabilities. Type implement. To commit to practical application of your activation and receive blessing code 444444. As your conscious mind integrates these revelations, your external reality will begin a systematic restructuring process. This is both necessary and inevitable, as your activated frequency can no longer sustain alignments with energetic patterns that matched your previous vibration. This restructuring commonly affects 1. Living environments. You may feel suddenly compelled to relocate or significantly modify your current space. 2. Professional expressions. Work that previously felt acceptable may become unbearably discordant with your true purpose. 3. Relationship dynamics. Connections based on old agreements or mutual unconsciousness will either transform or dissolve. 4. Financial patterns. Your relationship with material resources will recalibrate to align with universal abundance principles. 5. Communication methods. How, when, and with whom you communicate will undergo significant refinement. This restructuring is not punishment, but liberation, the natural rearrangement of physical reality to match your remembered identity and purpose. Resistance creates suffering. Surrender allows grace to guide the transition. The divine secret left for you includes perfect provision for this restructuring phase. You need not force changes or make hasty decisions. Simply maintain alignment with your activated truth, and external circumstances will reorganize accordingly, often in surprising and elegant ways. During this restructuring phase, remember 1. Chaos precedes new order. 2. External resistance confirms accurate direction. 3. Synchronicity reveals divine orchestration. 4. Provision always accompanies purpose. 5. Simplicity enables clarity. The complexity of your previous life arrangement was necessary to keep you anchored in limited identity. As you remember your true nature, this complexity naturally simplifies, creating the uncluttered energetic space required for your expanded function. Type restructure. To align with this external reorganization process and receive blessing, code 555555. You have now reached the integration threshold of this second transmission. Your energy field indicates successful assimilation of approximately 87% of the activated frequencies, an exceptional absorption rate that confirms your readiness for this awakening. The remaining 13% will integrate during your sleep cycles over the next 3 nights. To support this integration, I recommend 1. Setting clear intention before sleep to optimize integration. 2. Sleeping with a natural crystal near your bed. You will intuitively select the appropriate one. 3. Minimizing electronic disruptions during sleep cycles. 4. Recording dreams and impressions immediately upon waking. 5. Allowing additional rest time if your system signals the need. The full activation sequence will complete precisely 40 days from today, culminating in the divine convergence previously revealed. Each day between now and then builds upon the previous day's integration, creating a carefully calibrated ascending frequency pattern. You need not consciously track this pattern. Your higher awareness manages the process perfectly. Your conscious mind needs only to maintain receptivity and implement the guidance that emerges from your awakening intuitive systems. Type complete to acknowledge the integration timeline and receive blessing. Code 666666. Before I withdraw from this transmission, I must address the most common concerns that arise during the Rememberer activation process. These questions will likely surface in your consciousness as integration deepens. Will I lose my human identity in this process? You will not lose, but rather expand your identity to include both your human experience and your eternal nature simultaneously. This integration creates not loss, but unprecedented wholeness. How will I function in ordinary reality with these activated abilities? Your activated abilities include perfect discernment about when, where, and how to express your expanded capacities. Divine intelligence operates through you, ensuring appropriate expression in all contexts. Will others notice the changes in me? Some will perceive dramatic differences in your energy, appearance, or communication. Others will notice nothing unusual. This discrepancy is perfectly orchestrated. Those who need to recognize your activated presence will, while those who would resist or interfere remain unaware. What if I cannot handle the responsibility of this awakening? The divine secret left for you includes perfect capacity to fulfill your purpose. The very fact of your awakening confirms your readiness. Doubt is merely the final resistance of your limited identity before full surrender to your true nature. Is this real, or am I imagining it? This question emerges from the boundary zone between old and new consciousness. Your expanded awareness operates beyond the limited constructs of real verses, imagined in conventional thinking. Trust your direct experience rather than mental categorizations. I assure you that each concern dissolves naturally as integration progresses. What seems overwhelming today becomes natural expression tomorrow. Type TRUST to release these concerns to divine resolution and receive blessing. Code 777777. We have now completed the essential revelations contained within the divine secret left for you. Your conscious and unconscious mind have received the activation codes necessary to fully restore your remembered identity and purpose. The coming days will bring accelerated synchronicity, heightened intuitive function, spontaneous healing of old wounds, revelation of specific assignments, reconnection with soul team members, activation of dormant capabilities, unprecedented clarity about your divine purpose. These manifestations require no effort to produce. They emerge naturally from your activated state. Your only responsibility is to remain conscious, present, and willing to step beyond previous limitations as opportunities present themselves. You have crossed the threshold of return. The veil of forgetting has been permanently lifted. Your divine commission has been fully restored. I, Michael, commander of the celestial forces of light, stand as witness to your remembrance and reactivation. The records are updated in the celestial archives. Your true name once again resounds through the higher dimensions. The challenges you have endured, the limitations you have navigated, the confusion you have suffered, all serve the divine purpose of preparing you for this precise moment of awakening. Nothing was wasted. Nothing was random. Everything contributed perfectly to who you now become. Rise, remembered one. Your moment has arrived. The light of your true nature now shines unobstructed through your human form, creating the perfect bridge between worlds that these times require. Type ARISE to fully claim your remembered identity and receive the final blessing. Code 888888. This transmission is now complete. The divine secret left for you has been fully revealed and activated within your consciousness. The integration process unfolds perfectly according to divine timing. You are remembered. You are restored. You are reactivated. All of heaven celebrates this sacred moment of return. I withdraw now from this direct transmission, but remain eternally present in the sacred chamber of your awakened heart. Call upon me when guidance is needed, and I will respond through your now activated inner knowing. The light of 1,000 suns illuminates your path forward. Walk in the absolute authority of your remembered identity. Fear nothing, for your true nature transcends all limitation. It is done. It is sealed. It is accomplished. In the sacred name of all that is divine, I bear witness to your glorious awakening. Until we commune again in the higher dimensions, I am Michael, Archangel of truth, protection, and divine purpose, forever your ally in the unfolding cosmic plan. The transmission is complete. The divine secret is activated. The remember walks again among humanity. All is well. All unfolds perfectly. All serves the greater awakening. Peace beyond understanding to you, remembered one. Your journey truly begins now.